Right now at 10, tragedy in Monroe County. What caused it and how officials say you can prevent it from happening to you.
And a suspect is in custody after shots are fired in Onalaska. What may have led up to the incident?
Plus, the latest on the Pope's condition. Local spiritual leaders react.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, I'm Emily Brown.
And I'm Ken Kozarowski. Tragedy inside a Monroe County home. As sheriff's deputies say 2 people are dead from an apparent natural gas leak.
News 8 Now's Grace Monk is following this investigation.
Officials say the victims were an adult male and a juvenile female. Law enforcement was called to a home in Oakdale just before 5 p.m. last night. The Monroe County Sheriff's Office says the caller went to the house to check on the residents and noticed the smell of gas. That's when they found the occupants and their pets dead inside. A wellness consultant from Gunderson says gas can be hard to detect.
You can't see them, so you don't always know, like smoke, if you do have a leak.
She says the best thing you can do is watch for signs and symptoms.
Nausea, dizziness, and a headache. So if you do smell a natural gas leak, again, sulfur, rotten eggs, you want to get everyone out of your house and call 911.
The sheriff's office says a gas leak was found and they do not believe foul play was involved. Right now, the incident is still under investigation. In Oakdale, Grace Monk, News 8 Now.
Now in La Crosse County, Onalaska police identifying the man who fired shots at an apartment complex. That man, 54-year-old Kevin McDowell. Investigators say an argument led up to the gunfire. It happened on the parking lot of the Braun Street apartments. One bullet hitting McDowell's vehicle, another striking a garage. Police say they've responded to that location multiple times for McDowell's, quote, erratic behavior. He's now facing several charges.
A barn is a total loss after a fire in Holmen. Fire crews found the barn fully engulfed when they arrived on the scene. No one was injured in the fire and still no word on what may have started it.
One person is dead following a crash in the city of Altoona. It happened yesterday. Police say the vehicle was traveling north on 3rd Street East when it lost control, left the roadway, and then slammed into a train car in a rail yard. That driver died on the scene. Police say alcohol and speed both played a part.
We're tracking some very light showers moving through portions of our area right now. Really not expecting too much in terms of accumulation with these showers, but taking a look at live radar right now, we can see them currently passing just south of I-90. I really doubt most of this is even reaching the ground, but some light sprinkles out there nonetheless. As we go throughout the next few hours, we'll continue to see that track out. Should be out of the area by after midnight, and again, not really expecting too much in terms of those accumulations, but we could see it helping melt away some of that snow that we still have left over. For our morning, we have fairly mild conditions as far as the end of February goes. Those showers should be finishing up in the next hour or so, but temperatures staying near freezing throughout the early morning hours, already rising into the low 40s as we go into your afternoon in La Crosse, Eau Claire, it's a very similar story. We'll start with a cloudy morning, but those clouds should eventually start to clear up at least a little bit going into your afternoon, letting that sun poke through just enough to have a chance to get into the upper 40s once again. There is a chance for maybe some places to see another 50 tomorrow. Should likely be a little bit cooler, but we do have a nice chance to see those nice warm temperatures throughout most of the week. So I'll have a full look at it coming up in my full forecast.
All right. Thanks, Nicole. Well, today marks 3 years since Russia's invasion of Ukraine and the start of that war.
President Trump hosted French President Emmanuel Macron at the White House as the two talked with each other about how to bring an end to the conflict.
Erica Brown has more details from the White House.
President Trump says he will soon be meeting with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky.
I will be meeting with President Zelensky. In fact, he may come in this week or next week to sign the agreement.
The Trump administration has been pushing Ukraine to grant the U.S. access to deposits of rare earth minerals. Ukraine has one of the world's largest deposits of graphite and lithium, which are used to make batteries for electric vehicles, as well as titanium. Trump says a deal would help pay back billions the U.S. has spent supplying weapons for the war.
We're, I think, getting very close to getting an agreement where we get our money back over a period of time.
While more than a dozen Western leaders gathered in Kyiv Monday to show their support for Ukraine, French President Emmanuel Macron looked to make that case with Trump at the White House.
We do share the objective of peace, but we are very aware of the necessity to have guarantees and solid peace in order to stabilize the situation.
In the Oval Office, President Trump said he's also considering new economic ties between the U.S. and Russia.
The U.S. put severe economic sanctions on Russia for its attack on Ukraine, and new trade agreements could include some relief.
They have very valuable things that we could use, and we have things that they could use, and it would be very good if we could do that. I think it would be a very good thing for world peace and lasting peace.
Signaling the shifting policy towards Russia, the U.S. voted against a United Nations resolution Monday condemning Russian aggression in Ukraine. Erica Brown, CBS News, the White House.
The resolution was introduced by America's European allies. Russia, North Korea, Belarus, and 14 other Moscow-friendly countries joined the U.S. in voting against the resolution.
Wisconsin Senator Tammy Baldwin holding a roundtable in Milwaukee to discuss the future of Medicaid. Congressional Republicans are considering some dramatic cuts to Medicaid. That plan has two key parts: work requirements for Medicaid patients and scaling back how much the federal government gives to states to pay for their programs. That would likely mean billions of dollars worth of cuts. Baldwin says cuts like these could have deep impacts for seniors.
When you're talking about those types of dollars, he's not talking about eliminating waste or fraud or abuse. This goes much deeper into the very programs that you champion.
Baldwin says she put forth an amendment to stop benefit cuts to seniors, but it was rejected by Senate Republicans. More than 1.2 million Wisconsinites receive health care coverage through Medicaid.
Pope Francis is spending his 10th day in the hospital. The Vatican says His Holiness is conscious and showing a slight improvement. He is eating and in good spirits. It comes as doctors continue to treat him for kidney and lung problems.
This is a very important person to all of us, and you kind of put aside maybe some of your differences you might have, and you come together in a moment of prayer, because this is the Vicar of Christ on earth who's guiding us to salvation, and we come together for that.
Meanwhile, daily evening prayers for the Pope will be held in St. Peter's Square. The bishop here is reacting to the situation, saying, quote, "I ask the people of the Diocese of La Crosse, and indeed all of our neighbors of goodwill, to pray for Pope Francis in his time of need."
The Onalaska School District could be closing in on a new superintendent. News 8 Now has learned that candidates will be interviewed tomorrow in a closed meeting. Last November, Todd Antony stepped down as superintendent after serving the past 5 years. The district also used focus groups to help decide what qualities the next superintendent should have.
Jo-Ann Fabrics is now closing up all of its stores. There are 23 stores in Wisconsin, including in Onalaska and Eau Claire. The chain filed for bankruptcy protection last month, but its restructuring plans failed. Jo-Ann has a total of 800 stores and 19,000 employees. Going out of business sales are already happening.
A popular party supply store in Onalaska closing its doors as today marked the final day for Party City. The retailer filed for bankruptcy in December, owing nearly $2 billion. The chain had been in business for almost 4 decades.
A new children's book is helping connect La Crosse's youth with the past. The Enduring Families Project has brought attention to La Crosse's diverse history since the late 2010s. The project has worked to reach a new younger audience by using performances and a video series of historic figures like George Edwin Taylor, the first African American to run for president. Enduring Families Project has worked together to write A Long Way to Find a Home, the story of George Edwin Taylor as a child growing up in the La Crosse area.
The young people are hopefully will learn this history and feel more connected to this area.
The book will be in classrooms across the Coulee region, teaching students that La Crosse's history is more diverse and relatable than they once thought.
Starting next month, Marcus Theaters will show popular films for just $6 each. Beginning March 16th, moviegoers can enjoy classics like The Godfather and Grease, along with newer favorites like Interstellar on the big screen. It'll run on Sundays and Mondays until May 19th. Tickets and more info can be found at marcustheaters.com.
A Sparta teen brings comfort to families of cancer patients. Our February hometown hero up next.
Brad Schimmel wants to take us back to an abortion ban from 1849, back to a ban with no exceptions, not for rape or even health of the mother. Brad Schimmel, too extreme for women, too extreme for the Supreme Court.
The Silverado Trail Boss. And a little work. And a little play. And a truck that says no to nothing. And Chevrolet.
Get $3,000 total cash allowance on this 2025 Silverado. Plus, current Chevy owners can get $5,000 total value when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Visit hometownchevy.com.
You know what's on my mind? It's butt cold out here and I don't have any heat at home.
Well, gotta have heat, Einstein.
Up yours, smarty. I just don't know who to call.
Jacob said Chuck used the local company. The Primary Colors, the good one?
What?
What?
Huh?
Well, there's your sign.
Jeez Louise.
Moron.
Hey, putz.
Call GNC.
For the best heating and air conditioning, guaranteed.
Brad Schimmel let thousands of rape kits sit untested for years.
While rapists walked free and victims waited for justice.
Take it from a sheriff.
A sheriff.
A cop. Brad Schimmel's too extreme for the Supreme Court.
A teenage girl from Sparta is sharing a new kind of compassion towards children experiencing cancer. She's extending comfort to the siblings of these cancer patients who can often feel frightened and lonely during these difficult times. And she's doing so through the sales of her hand-knitted chunky blankets. Meet Haley Lorenz, our February hometown hero. A loop and a pull, over and over.
I just wanted to make blankets.
That's all Haley, a 15-year-old from Sparta, intended to do. Make a blanket to keep her mind off things during a challenging time.
Her sister was diagnosed with leukemia, so we were isolating a lot at home, and Haley and I hopped on YouTube and decided we're gonna learn how to make a chunky blanket.
A blanket turned to blankets and soon caught the eye of a family at their church who encouraged Haley to start selling them. She created her business H3J3 and decided to take it a step further, hoping to add another layer of comfort to her hand-knitted blankets. After every sale, she takes most of the profits and puts it towards gifts for siblings of cancer patients, knowing all too well how it felt to be on the sideline while her sister was undergoing treatment.
Haley, at 13, had realized that it was nice for people to also remember the siblings because it really affects the whole family and not just Harper. Like, there was a lot of love that was sent to Harper, but sometimes the siblings were put on the back burner.
She connected with families in Sparta who had a child diagnosed with cancer, like the family of Caleb Kelly. Caleb is also battling leukemia. He too has to stay inside a lot with his siblings to avoid getting infections.
Whenever I first heard, I was really scared for Caleb. I never expected to know anybody who would be diagnosed with cancer. There was a lot of attention on him, but, you know, it was pretty necessary.
Haley gifted them a PS5, something they could all enjoy together as a family.
It gave me an opportunity to just kind of hang out with him, do stuff together that wasn't compromising him, but at the same time was very enjoyable.
Haley has been in business for 2 years and has made roughly 100 blankets.
I don't know, it makes me feel good because I know that I'm helping them. She is doing the right thing for other people and makes me feel happy.
A labor of love that has made her family and the community very proud. And anyone interested in purchasing a blanket from Haley, you can visit Haley's Facebook page, H3J3, to check out her designs and request an order. Well, we have more news ahead, but first,
Throughout the entirety of the week ahead, I'll have a full look at the temperatures and a couple rain chances coming up right after the break.
The Ashley President's Day sale has been extended. Feel the freedom to style your space with modular sectionals starting at $699.98. Plus, pay over time with 0% interest for 60 months. Don't wait. These savings end soon. Only at Ashley.
News 8 Now and Dairyland Power Cooperative present the Community Calendar.
The Lacrosse Polar Plunge is back. Help support over 14,000 athletes of Special Olympics Wisconsin by taking the plunge in their largest grassroots fundraiser on March 1st at Black River Beach. Connect with the experts who can turn the wedding of your dreams into reality at Wedding World, bringing you the best professionals from across the region on March 2nd at the Lacrosse Center.
For more information on these events, or if you'd like to submit an event, visit news8000.com.
It's Truck Month at your local Northland Ford dealers. Time for exclusive offers on your favorite Ford trucks, including F-150 and Super Duty, the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years. Ford F-Series. Get Truck Month ready with all-weather features that make life easier, like heated seating, a heated steering wheel, and remote start. Great deals on your favorite Ford trucks. That's how you get Truck Month ready. Now, get over $11,000 in total savings on a new 2024 Ford F-150. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
What should I do next?
Western has the answer.
Do something that excites you.
Do something fun. Do something that shows your skills.
Do something that gets you hired to do what you love.
You can do it all at Western Technical College. Choose from more than 90 programs. Invest in you, spend less, and get hired fast. Take that next step. Apply at Western today.
Do something for you. The fact that Brad Schimmel supports the 1849 law terrifies me. When I was pregnant, I had complications, but because of the ban, doctors couldn't help me. Brad Schimmel has no idea what it's like to lay in a hospital bed, pregnant and dying. The 1849 law that Brad Schimmel supports almost killed me. Brad Schimmel is too extreme for the Supreme Court.
Ashley's President's Day sale has been extended. Feel the freedom to get your best rest ever with up to $200 off adjustable bases. Plus, you can snooze now, pay later with 0% interest for 60 months. Shop more deals in-store and online. Only at Ashley.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
Well, the recent warm-up is putting an end to some winter activities in Eau Claire.
That's right. The city says starting today, all warming shelters and outdoor ice rinks will be closed. Now, the only exception is Pinehurst Park. Pinehurst will keep operating for sledding and gear sharing, but it will not allow ice skating.
Coming to a close, ain't that the truth? I tried to go snow hiking yesterday, but it was slush hiking and I was slipping, so I had to stop. No more of that.
Quit while you're behind on that one.
Right, exactly.
Because it does feel like these mild conditions are here to stay, at least as this week progresses. Am I wrong, Nicole?
You're not wrong. We're here to stay for now, but you can't ever get too comfortable in the Midwest as we go into March specifically. I'm sure we'll get another taste of winter as we go throughout the next month or so. We're not feeling the winter taste right now, though. It's a lot like spring out there, especially tonight. Our lows staying right near freezing. This is pretty high above our typical lows for this time of year. That light rain south of I-90 right now, but as we said earlier, that should continue to move out of the area in the next hour or so. And then look at these highs for tomorrow. Much of the area getting back into the upper 40s out there. A lot of these temperatures around 48, 49 degrees for your highs south of I-90. And with that sun poking out later in the day, I wouldn't be surprised if some folks get back into the 50s again. Areas north of I-94 a little bit cooler, but still everybody staying in the 40s tomorrow. A very nice and mild end of February day out there. That's going to continue on into the rest of the week as well, but we do have some rain chances coming up. The next one coming Thursday night. This could be a rain and snow chance depending on where you are. Starting off as rain first, but then as we go later into the evening when those temperatures start to cool, you'll see that starts to transition into snow, mainly north of I-94. We'll continue to see those showers last throughout most of the nighttime period, quickly fizzling out though as that low pressure system starts to pass overhead. That back end of that low could circulate some more precipitation though, whether that's snow or rain. Still a little bit of a toss-up, likely more of a mixture, but that'll be coming during those morning hours. So there could be some minor impacts to your morning commute, very minor, maybe some slick spots on the road, especially for areas north of I-94 where we're seeing kind of that rain to snow shift and mix. Definitely something to be aware of on the roadways. Otherwise, a lot of that gets out of the way as we go into Wednesday afternoon, and we'll just be left with cloudy skies and slightly cooler temperatures. Here's a look at the rain amounts, mainly seen anywhere from about 1/10 to maybe 1/4 of an inch on the higher end. The higher amounts mainly along and north of I-94, but remember that's likely shifting more to that snow, so a lot of that really won't be falling as rain. It's going to be falling as snow, but even when you transition over into the snow, it's really not looking to be too much impactful. We're seeing around 1 inch, mainly more into central Wisconsin areas in our neck of the woods, looking to see maybe 1 inch tops. Otherwise, just a nice little dusting out there, but again, enough to possibly make a small impact on those roadways. As far as precipitation goes for the rest of the week, that's really about it until we have a slight chance going into Friday as an area, or a system just grazes our area. The good news is the weekend is looking pretty dry, but another chance for a fairly stronger system to pass through as we go into the beginning of next week. But really, apart from that rain coming Tuesday night, our temperatures are going to be the main story throughout the rest of the week, staying in the upper and mid 40s out there, maybe getting back into the widespread 50s as we go into Friday, but it's going to be a little bit windy out there during that. So if you have any outdoor plans to go enjoy it, you're definitely going to want to hold on to your hats because we could have wind gusts up to 40 miles an hour. So you just can never have a perfect day.
No.
Today was close.
It was good.
So I hope everybody enjoyed it today.
That sure was a gift. All right. Thanks, Nicole. Coming up next in sports, let the madness begin. Season's on the line as playoffs begin across the border in Minnesota. Plus, the Royal Boys looking to continue an impressive regular season streak. Highlights, scores, and more. Jacob is next.
People seem to have a lot of opinions about cases based on a very short snapshot.
It's giving me a better understanding.
There's a lot of in-between, and it's very complicated, and I want people to realize.
Wednesday at 6, a first-hand look at what goes into the difficult decisions in our justice system.
We've done many, many renovations. We bought an old house and have made it into an up-to-date house. Whenever anything involves plumbing, the first call I make is to Maxwell White. Their technicians put together a great final product.
Wisconsin, one of those places where families spend their winters among frozen lakes and snow-covered hills. With all the fun they're having, it's easy to take for granted how they warm up, by the fire, or simply adjusting their thermostat. But for some of us, it's not that easy. Some of us need to decide whether to heat or to eat, or to further neglect our basic survival needs. We are working families, elderly, disabled, and veterans, all struggling to pay record heating bills. These dangerous temperatures aren't just uncomfortable for us, they can be deadly. If you are struggling to decide if you can put food on the table or heat your home, please reach out for a hand up. No one deserves to suffer when we can help each other.
At Spectrum, we believe every day unlocks unlimited possibilities to bring you closer to the people and places you love. Spectrum transforms your gaming experience into a galaxy of adventures. And with the fastest, most reliable internet, you're always front row to the entertainment you love, no matter where you are. Get Spectrum Internet Premier for $30 per month when bundled plus a 3-year price guarantee. Call 1-833-440-0029. Spectrum Internet puts streaming live TV, sports, and popular apps all at your fingertips.
With a tankless system, you can have unlimited hot water whenever and for however long you need it. Upgrade to a tankless today and never be left without hot water again. Rely on Maxwell White, plumbing done right.
Covering all the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
Yesterday, the boys' tournament brackets in Wisconsin were released, and interestingly enough, the #1 team in D5, Royal, was a 2 seed. They entered the night having beat every opponent by double digits this season. Going for a second straight Scenic Bluffs title, facing Hillsboro, who wants a share. Early first half, it's Trey Wilds spotting up from the corner and drilling it, scoring the first points of the game. Home side trying to hang with the top team in the division. Miles Ravenscroft hits on a little fadeaway to cut into the deficit But then it's more success for Royal from distance. Carter Uppana this time pulls the trigger and buries it. Tigers' Zach Morin answering back at the top of the key with a 3 of his own to pull Hillsborough closer, but the Panthers were not up for the idea of sharing that conference crown. Landon Lipke up and in for 2. Panthers take it handily and are 24-0 entering the postseason. Playoff time in Minnesota, Class 2A action. Caledonia facing Zumbrota Mazeppa, and this one was all Warriors. Sienna Ogdahl with the steal and easy deuce. And off the miss from Aubrey Klug, Nicole Bancy is going to gather the board, send it back to Klug, and this time she will connect from distance. Caledonia up 45-18. Warriors click in against the Cougars zone defense. Josie Foster, bullet pass to Jessica Stendel, who goes glass to increase the lead. A little later, it's Klug from long range again. Money in the bank. Number 5 team in Class 2A rolls by a final of 66-25. Caledonia back in action on Saturday. Then it was number 4 seed Rushford Peterson facing number 5 seed Southland. First half, Nadia Happel spots up from the wing and drills it from deep to draw first blood in the game for the Trojans. Next play, it's Happel again, rinse and repeat. She connects, putting her squad up by 6. Now, if you're wondering what happens on the next possession, just guess. Happel again putting on a show, 9 straight points for her, and it's Torrin Schneider, her turn to light up the scoreboard, and it wouldn't stop there as the Trojans roll past Southland 58-39. And it'll be the Cotter Ramblers taking on Caledonia on Saturday at 4 p.m. from the Mayo Civic Center, as the Ramblers took down Triton by 6. Cotter is 0-2 against the Warriors this season. Boys in Wisconsin still in the regular season. Elsewhere in the Scenic Bluffs, Bangor crushing Cashton. Hayden Mossman with 22 in that one. North Crawford continues their good play, defeating BRF. Blair Taylor downs Indy Gill behind Ethan Nisley's 26 points, and Fall Creek with a comfortable victory over Colfax. Well, after road wins over number 2 in Division 4, Cuba City, and number 7 in Division 3, Platteville, to clinch a share of the SWC title last week, the Prairie du Chien girls are playing some of their best basketball of the season at the perfect time. The win over the Hillmen last week marked the program's 5th consecutive league title, and with a 22-2 record and 3 seed in their regional, they're a very dangerous team. Last year, PDC didn't have a single senior on the roster, so all the returners are focused and hungry to avenge their early exit, which was a regional final loss to Edgewood.
We need to stay calm in those situations, not let the crowd get to us, and play together, play smart, play hard, and just keep coming together during those hard times and not letting anything come against us.
Going into it, and it obviously sucked losing, and then last year we fell short. But I think this year we're definitely out for revenge and coming back to get those wins.
And wins like those last week look great on a resume, but the real takeaway is the confidence gained when facing some of the best teams around. And when the Blackhawks are at their best, they like their chances against any team across from them.
Getting the ball in transitions is like one of our best things we do, and getting it up the court really quickly. And then also on offense, just taking our time moving the ball side to side. We can get any shot we want if we just pass the ball. So.
Blackhawks are looking for their first trip to state since 2011. They begin their run on Friday at home against the winner of Dodgeville and River Valley. So best of luck to them. Best of luck to all the area teams, I suppose. Only a few are going to get very far in this one, but that's the madness, and that's what we love about March, right?
Yeah. I'm still thrown by Royal not having a 1 seed after a perfect regular season.
24-0, maybe more fuel for the fire.
Could be.
We'll see.
Thanks, Jacob.
All right, more news right after this.
No cash, no problem. Head to Wesco One Sparta and get up to 48 months to pay interest-free on all the hot new furniture you want. Looking to level up your space? We've got you covered with recliners, sofas, bedroom sets, and dining furniture. All available with 0 interest for up to 48 months. Don't wait. Upgrade your home today and swing by Wesco One Sparta. Your home, your style, your savings, your Wesco. Tell them Peyton sent you.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Get over $2,700 purchase cash on 2025 Sierra 1500 models.
Visit your best choice GMC dealer today.
A child sex predator facing 100 years in prison after sexually assaulting 2 girls at the local pool. Just 6 and 7 years old, Susan Crawford, the radical liberal judge who let the predator out in just 4 years. For Susan Crawford, it's a pattern, putting pedophiles back on the street, free to prowl our pools and prey on our kids. Criminals are praying Susan Crawford gets elected because she fights for them, not us.
For anybody in this region who is facing mobility issues,
I'd recommend Access Elevator because I know Jason.
the thing that sets Jason apart is that commitment, that passion for making life more pleasant. He will help you think about how to make your life easier in ways that you have not thought about.
There's no second guessing. I immediately say, call Access.
Hi, I'm Jason with Access Elevator. Stop in and see us today.
Your mom got a new tractor? Yep. Can she see in the dark? Can do. Hook up all the implements? Can do. Steer with ease? Can do. Bale hay all day? Can do. Shift like a race car? Can do. I'm out of here.
Visit any of your local Johnson Tractor dealerships, now including La Crosse and Richland Center.
Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
A grandma in Massachusetts and her 17-year-old grandson have a special bond and a special project.
And it's one that might surprise you. Deborah Luke and Connor Hedrick spend their weekends rebuilding a 1987 Firebird with grandma leading the way.
We've pretty much just been tackling like the mechanical side, like the engine, redone the brakes. It's very fun working with her, and then every step is like a big milestone.
He's very talented. He knows about cars, but he's never actually put his hands on, and it's just wonderful to be able to work with him. I love it.
They've been working on the car for about 2 years. Luke said her love for cars began when she was a teenager.
Well, that's intimidating.
Just to look at all what's going on.
Well, and
there.
she's leading the way. I'm afraid to put air into my tires by myself in fear of having them explode.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. But she's tackling it and absolutely knows what she's doing and passing it on to the next generation.
Yeah,
of her
no, that's
family.
great. I love that type of bond. It's unique, right?
Oh, yeah.
How many people get to say they do that with their grandma? All right, Nicole has another look at your forecast right after the break.
Come to the 27th Annual Early Bird Home Show. Lowest prices of the year.
Windows, doors, patio doors, lowest price of the year.
Bath remodels, kitchen remodels, lowest prices of the year.
Pergolas, decks, or sunrooms, lowest price of the year.
Siding, trim, or gutters, lowest prices of the year.
27th Annual Early Bird Home Show, only at the Board Store, 524 Copen Avenue, La Crosse. TheBoardStoreOnline.com or call 608-782-8877.
It's Truck Month at your local Northland Ford dealers. Time for exclusive offers on your favorite Ford trucks, including F-150 and Super Duty, the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years. Ford F-Series. Get Truck Month ready with all-weather features that make life easier, like heated seating, a heated steering wheel, and remote start. Great deals on your favorite Ford trucks. That's how you get Truck Month ready. Now, get over $11,000 in total savings on a new 2024 Ford F-150. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
A 7-year-old girl attends a birthday party at a local swimming pool. She's sexually assaulted by a repeat child molester. The monster faces 100 years in prison, but Judge Susan Crawford let him off with just 4. That was Crawford's choice. Now he's back on the street, walking distance from a school. And Judge Crawford, she wants a promotion. Susan Crawford, dangerous decisions, wrong for Wisconsin.
After more than 30 years in banking, I have seen a lot of changes in the housing market and in home lending.
The one thing that has not changed is my dedication to get to know you and your individual mortgage needs. There are many home loan programs out there today. We can sit down or talk over the phone to figure out what home loan program is best for you. Come see me and let's talk.
Everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
Well, we're out of the dead of winter now, but we're in what I would call the fool's spring. We'll probably have a couple more rounds of winter coming up as we go throughout March and even April, unfortunately. That's just how spring goes in these parts. But I'm looking forward to this week at least.
It looks, yeah, that's something to look forward to, right, guys?
Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you at 10.